mean, I suppose where I would start is by saying I was a weird kid. I was always in the mood. I never sort of wanted to play with anybody else. Kind of made my own environment and scenes. When I was really small, I used to eat sand a lot when I went to Cyprus. And I always remember there was like a paddling pool, and it had a red lobster on the bottom of it, like in tiles. And I remember thinking that the red lobster was real, and it was massive. And then eating sand. I did go to Ireland when I was in my mum's belly. I can't remember that. I remember primary school. I remember being really shy and not wanting to sing. And I remember I went to a Church of England primary school, St John's and 11, in North London, obviously. And every assembly, someone would light a candle, and they'd, like the head teacher or whatever would say, oh, who hasn't lit a candle yet? And I remember everybody used to put their hands up because they all wanted to light a candle. And I remember it coming to the end of the year and she tried to stick it on me, and I was like, no, I lit a candle. I didn't want to be anywhere, so I didn't want anyone to see me. And I used to pretend I was singing the hymns as well. And then when we had our like year 6 show, like theatre show, we did Jason and the Technicolor Dreamcoat or something like that. It was something based in Egypt, because I made Tutankhamun's head instead of being in the actual show, because I didn't want to be on stage. And now look, I'm a performance artist. Even on holidays, I never used to get involved with my family. I always remember, and this is a funny story about ideas of the sublime and healing, it kind of relates to the bandages. Because I got second degree burns when I was in Florida. I was lucky enough to go to Florida as a child. And I had this really bad reaction to sun cream, and there was a heat wave there. And I just got Irish skin, so I fucking burnt. And I was on like a rubber ring thing. And so my arms burnt here and here, really badly. And every day they'd come and I'd have a shower and they'd just peel off the skin and I'd faint from the pain. And then one day, we was walking and I had my I was all like bandaged up and shit. And we saw Goofy. Goofy was my favourite character. So I seen my mum goes, oh, look, who's that? And I said, I don't know. I was shy. And then she's gone up to him and I seen her whisper in his ears, and she's obviously gone, oh, you're his favourite. And then Goofy's come up to me and he's grabbed me bang, bang like that by both arms. And he started swinging me around. And I'd never felt like such pain before in my life, but such ecstasy at the same time. The time after that I had that experience, I was in Scotland. And I was about 13 and I was with like the cadets or whatever. And I was sailing in this little boat, and then the wind turned, and then I got my foot caught in one of the rigs. So when I was going about, if you know anything about boats, you push out to turn. And it got caught on me like that. And then I went under. And as I went under, the thing hit the back of my head and knocked me out, and I woke up under the water. But while I was under the water, I remember feeling such peace. And I guess it's just like, it was a very spiritual moment. I'm trying to remember things about my brothers and I remember my middle brother, which would be this one. I remember he used to be a sick dancer. I swear he used to do Michael Jackson and all that shit. And then my oldest brother, would be this one here. He was always clever. Still is clever. And we shared, my brother, my middle brother above me, and then I shared the bottom bunk with my oldest brother. And I remember even when we all lived together, and me and my cousins as well, in Finchley Avenue Road. I remember one night, we was all in the same room, me and my brothers and that, and we heard a scream, like a proper scream outside the house. It was quite a busy area. And my oldest brother, Christian, I remember he went downstairs, and I'm shitting it. He went downstairs and he was like, he's come on, he's got two big chivs, two big knives. And I was like, that's my older brother. And I was like, brilliant, I'm safe now. And to this day I still sleep with a big knife next to my bed. It just helps me. Yeah, because I suppose that would have been when my dad was working in the shop. When we lived on Poplar Grove on the estate, that was great. Because we was like one of the only houses with a driveway. And all the boys used to all play Wembley and what was the other one? Heads and volleys and all these games up against my yard. But then when they see my dad come, they want to just scatter. These are kind of fun and lovely stories of growing up, but we all know that there are many bumps and scrapes that come with it. And, years later now, currently starting to understand a bit more about how to do myself favours with regards to how I feel. And this must have been a hard part of my life, because that one doesn't want to come off. It's just all poetry, all this stuff, innit? Do you know what I mean? I see it everywhere. It was just like the same as when I was a kid and we was on the Grange estate. And I was behind my granddad's chair. And he died many years ago now. He was an Irishman, Jim O'Connell. And I used to play behind his chair, and it couldn't have been more than like a square metre. But it was fucking infinite for me. It's kind of, I haven't really stopped doing that as I've grown up. I always knew I was an artist, but I never believed it was a real job. Like even when I went to art school, when they came, they visited my college, and they said, look, we've got this art school here. And I was like, well, there's actually schools just for art. I thought art was just like a hobby. And then I just thought, oh, fuck. But then the other side of that problem is that I've always known what I want to do. So it's a bit of a blessing, really. And now I do it out of compulsion. Can't help it. It doesn't really matter to me, like the money thing. It's nice to ego. And I suppose this is the foreword for me writing the memoirs or something, you know. They don't want to come off. And that was it.